I'm Ken Walker, the Chief of Police at West University Place. We're very happy today to tell you about the best case scenario resolution to our missing persons case. With me is Constable Alan Rosen and one of our officers, David Davis, who will speak in Spanish if needed. The missing person was located safe last night and returned to the Houston area. And to explain how all that came about, Constable Rosen will tell you.
Thank you, Chief. Last night or yesterday, we found out the whereabouts of Brett, and were able to work collaboratively with the family to get him and bring him back to Houston and place him in a hospital for treatment. This is a testament to the collaborative effort of law enforcement. We have worked very closely with the West University Police Department as well as other people to bring a resolution to this case. We are very happy that he was found unharmed, a bit phased and a bit disheveled, but nonetheless he is doing well. And this just is a true testament to law enforcement working together with the public to bring a successful resolution to this case. He was located in San Antonio, Texas. We located him at a bus stop. He was then transported back to Harris County voluntarily. We didn't have to do anything other than tell him, come with us, we want to bring you back to Houston. He came back. My officers then, who specialize in mental health operations, brought him to the hospital, and that's where he is now, is being treated at the hospital. We are, again, so happy that this case came to the resolution that it did. Brett has 3 young children, and those children need to have a father. And so we worked very closely with the family. We worked very closely with our partners at the West University Police Department. This is just a true testament to what we do.
I know it's probably under investigation still, but obviously a lot of resources are tied up in the search. The burned truck was found.
Yes.
He burned it.
Yeah.
I know yesterday the chief mentioned it may have been a pre-planned disappearance. Are any criminal charges possible?
That is not going to be up to either one of our departments. It's going to be up to the Houston Fire Department arson investigation team. They're the lead agency that's investigating this matter. Our job was to work together to try to find him and bring him home safely and make sure there wasn't any foul play. But the underlying arson case is going to be worked by HFD Arson.
Has he spoken at all about why he disappeared?
No.
I know he has a couple of civil lawsuits against him, claiming he owes hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Yeah, people have those struggles every day. And, what was going through his mind, I don't know. I know that people have struggles. People go through things and they deal with them in different ways. And so in this particular case, I cannot tell you what was going through his mind. All I know is that we got him to a place where he is able to get the proper care that he needs, and then the rest of it will come on the back end. The first thing that's most important is stabilizing somebody, and that goes for any case.
Can you explain, Constable, the unusual nature of why you are involved, because it's not a case that fell in your jurisdiction?
It did fall in my jurisdiction. West University is Precinct 1.
But that's not why you got involved, right? Because you had some family relationships with
I did know the family. I didn't know the family directly. I knew somebody else that knew the family. But I'm happy to get involved in any case. People call me all the time to get involved in cases all the time. And I'm always happy because that's what my job is.
Chief, can you speak to the unusual nature of the high level of attention? I mean, certainly there are a lot of missing people who are all worthy of being brought home to their loved ones around our region. And rarely are 3 or 4 law enforcement agencies, a billboard, and so much resources being put into one individual in such a short amount of time. Can you kind of explain that to us and how that came to be?
We did not make it a high-profile case. Social media and media made it a high-profile case. If you guys hadn't been involved, social media hadn't been involved, we would have still had the same response. It just wouldn't have garnered as much attention. Let me clarify one thing. We are not investigating the missing person for a crime. We are still investigating people that may have been complicit and some things that were occurring, and we'll continue to run those leads down.
Are you saying that he had assistance in being missing?
No. We're saying that there may have been people that were complicit in other things that he was involved with, maybe even the missing. We don't know. But we're going to continue to run down leads until we find out.
You're talking more like some of the maybe financial crimes or other incidents involving
We're still investigating, trying to determine if other crimes were committed, and if so, who was involved.
Do you feel like his family were forthcoming from the very beginning about, they genuinely knew he was missing and there was not any sort of?
We have no information that would indicate anything other than a grieving family that was hurting really badly.
Can you talk to us a little bit about the intense pressure you felt, I guess, from the social media attention? I mean, this is my first time telling the story, but I've been aware of it for the whole week that's been going on. And there seemed to be, among your residents, especially Westview, intense pressure because there was like this fear that there was a bad guy running around kidnapping people, right? And you certainly heard that. And the challenge of saying, hey, this is like missing people for adults is pretty normal, and there's not like some random guy running around kidnapping people.
Early on, our guys were able to develop evidence that showed that he probably left on his own for a lot of reasons. We don't do pressure. If nobody had known about it, our response would have been exactly the same. That's how we investigate things.
Are you going to, like, how much money did this cost the city of Westview?
You know, a lot. We haven't looked at the numbers yet. The ones that I really feel badly for, the great people at EquiSearch, it was hot last Thursday and Friday, and those volunteers were out doing a magnificent job, and I feel badly for them. But I don't have a total number of expense yet.
And there's no way you can ask for the cost, I guess the taxpayers will just bear the burden of this.
Probably.
Just like any other case, we bear the burden of it.
I don't see any way that won't. That's what we get paid for.
Was it the Greyhound bus stop?
It was, I don't know if it's Greyhound or not, but, you know, to elaborate what Chief said is, we do these cases every day. It's our job. It's our fiduciary duty to investigate any matters, and it doesn't come down to what the expense is. We just have a job to do, and we're going to do that job. And us working together is what you should want law enforcement to do, is work collaboratively on cases. We do it every single day. We work with other agencies to address criminal matters, missing persons, animal cruelty. It doesn't matter. That's our job, that's our duty, that's what the oath that we took. And so this case was no different than any other case that we were.
You can't.
I just did.
I mean, let's be honest, you got 3 agencies.
You have two.
You know, you have the billboard within like a day or two.
Maya,
You spent hundreds of
you're
thousands.
wrong. I'm just telling you that we would call out EquiSearch if we thought somebody had committed suicide in a park. HFD arson investigates arsons every day. That's not something that we do. We work together to find a missing person, and if there did become criminal activity that happened as a result of it, we would deal with that. So, I mean, I work every day, and so does the chief. Every day we work with different agencies to solve issues, whether it's a case of a missing person, or just like I said, animal cruelty, or somebody that broke into a building, or a mental health issue. All of that gets dealt with the same way.
How did you figure
There's
out
no
he was missing?
favoritisms. I'm sorry?
How did you figure out he was missing?
He reached out to the family by email.
So he emailed his wife or
He did,
his sister?
yes. And we had to verify it wasn't a hoax. We had to verify it wasn't somebody that was holding him hostage. We don't know. We didn't know anything.
What did he say?
What did who say?
He said in the email.
I'm not going to get into that.
Were any drugs found on his person?
No.
When you picked him
No,
up?
no.
Any,
He was ready for treatment. He was ready for help,
As
ready
far
to be
as-
medically evaluated.
As far as treatment, medically evaluated
Mm-hmm.
and rehab, or?
No, there's no rehab. There's just, he was medically treated. He's in a hospital being medically treated.
How was his interaction with your deputies?
Excellent. Excellent.
Did he say anything? Did they note anything?
No.
out of the ordinary?
No, sir.
Chief, we understand some unmarked units may have been at the residence this morning with the government plates. Do you know anything about that? Is that just erroneous?
I don't know anything about it.
I
There
don't
may have
either.
been one there, but it wasn't us.
It wasn't us.
Let me, it seems you're asking a lot of questions about who worked what. For those of you that weren't born in Texas, Texas law enforcement works together. It may not be that way in other parts of the country, but that's the way it is here, and the constable's right. We work together all the time. We worked with guys from the Houston Police Department on this. We all work together.
Any other questions?
I don't think that, I mean, I think the thought that some people have seemed like it's off, usually missing persons cases just don't get that much attention.
It was a little extra than a missing person though, Maya. There was a burned car, so we didn't know what we really had. It's anytime you have an early on an investigation, you don't know which direction. We arranged for EquiSearch to come out there because we fully expected to find somebody in a park that may have committed suicide. We just didn't know. So we have to run down and have to treat it with all the different ramifications of what could be or what couldn't be. That's the way we investigate cases.
We're going to wind this up now.
We have one question over here.
Yes, yes.
Constable, you met with the family last night. Is there
I did.
anything that they wanted to say or something?
They did. I mean, I knew the family was incredibly appreciative of everybody that helped search for him, everybody that sent them well wishes, everybody that provided tips, everybody that helped and was concerned about his well-being. I know the family is greatly appreciative of that. That was their one thing they wanted to say. But now they truly need some privacy to allow their family to heal and get through this. And the investigation in regards to his vehicle is going to be investigated by HFD arson. And wherever that turns, that turns. It's just like any other case. If there's something that needs to be charged, it'll be charged. But that's their investigation, and neither one of us want to comment.
Is there anyone that wants to get a Spanish interview?
Yes, please.
Okay. Officer Davis will take care of that. Thank you all.
Don't go too fortunate.
Okay.
You could just give us a synopsis, state your name and your affiliation.
Mi nombre es Oficial Davis con Departamento de West University Police Department. Más o menos lo que dijo el jefe del Departamento de Policía era que el señor Brett lo encontraron ahora, o anoche será, lo encontraron en San Antonio y se lo trajeron para atrás para Houston, donde lo llevaron a un hospital para que le ayudaran por sus condiciones mentales. ¿Algo más? Anything else? It was just a quick synopsis of, they found him last night. He was found in San Antonio. They brought him to Houston for medical treatment mentally.
Entendido.
Good?
Thanks.
All right.